Jet fuel can't melt steel beams. We're talking conspiracies today. Welcome back to another episode of A Brit Does Baseball Does podcast. I'm Cal, and I'm joined as ever by the man, the myth, the legend, Big Dog Gaz. How you doing, bro?
Am I Gaz or am I just a conspiracy? I don't know. I could be Alan. We're just from different countries and have different accents, but I could be.
You're deep fake Gaz. Is that what this is?
Potentially.
Okay, well, I'm joined by Maybe Gaz, and today we are going to have a little look into some of our favorite conspiracies within the baseball, and we'll push it out in the wider conspiracy theory world. And also, we put a post up on our Instagram asking for your favorite conspiracy theories. So we're going to go through them. We've decided to rank them in a very apt Brit Does Baseball way. Not on the Nando Spice scale this time, but on a sliding scale of underground lines in the London Underground. So the more believable it is the Waterloo and City line, because it's the best one. It goes to one place. It's very good.
Closed on weekends as well.
Fantastic. It's fucking stupid, isn't it?
It gets you from one side of the river to the other. I actually really enjoy it.
Slightly quicker than walking, but only just.
Yeah.
And the less believable it is, that's going to be the Northern Line, because we don't like it very much.
It's so hot. It's also got, this is the worst thing about it, because it was between this and the Circle Line, and the argument for the Circle Line was which way is it going round in the circle?
Because it can tell you it's calling at these places. Yeah, eventually it's a fucking circle, but what's next?
But the Northern Line has got, like, it starts off with two branches in the north. They then come together for approximately 2 stops, and then it splits again for the majority of the line. And there's like the Bank branch and the other branch, and I look it up. I'm like, oh, we can just go on the Northern Line, and then I go on the one, and I realize it's on the wrong branch, and I feel like a fool.
It's stupid. I also don't like the Central Line for heat reasons, and the Bakerloo Line is dusty. I don't know if you've ever sat down on the Bakerloo Line, but you get transported back to World War II. It's fucked on there. Hoover it one time, please. Pay a team of 30 people to hoover the Bakerloo Line trains. I beg you.
I've got a lovely little wet hoover they could use. I used to stay on my carpet. It's like, now I'm like almost middle-aged. I get excited by this stuff. It's the best purchase I've ever got Emily to make.
Hell yeah. Wet Henry?
He's off the coke. He's on the water now.
Here's a fun conspiracy theory. Henry the Hoover is a filthy pervert.
I've never met a Mrs. Henry. I know there was one for a while.
There is, yeah.
There is one. She's still knocking about.
It's his eyes, though, man. He's got dirty pervert eyes. I don't trust him. I don't like it. Anyway, baseball. Brit Does Baseball Does conspiracy theories. Before we get into that, have you got any non-sports related conspiracy theories you like?
I mean, there's a few going on in the world right now. I think there are some hot topics. I'm not going to get political, but there's a few ones there. But we're not going to get into that. I'll be honest, conspiracy theories, the classic ones, the moon landing was fake. Yeah, of course it was. The earth is flat. Funny.
Sure.
My biggest conspiracy theory is that it's sport related. It's not baseball related. Is that Man United, and this is a personal one, Man United will never win the league again until Sir Alex Ferguson kicks the bucket. And that's not a very nice one to say. And that's because
there's some agreement to keep him in this legendary figure status.
Yeah, and it's partly that, and partly like the managers that come in, he's still part of the board, right? Or was part of the board up till last year. And they always had him in like a special advisor role. And it was just like, he even picked his successor, like David Moyes at the time. And it's just like they always had that figure looming over them. So I just think they were never bound for success as long as Alex Ferguson is alive. And I don't like saying that because I don't want to wish anyone dead. And I'm also not a Man United fan, so that helps. But that's my conspiracy theory.
I like it. Mine's non-sport related, and it's that the universe isn't constantly expanding, or it's that we haven't been monitoring it enough enough, or we haven't been monitoring it for long enough to see it contract. I think the universe is a breathing organism. And so I think when we've been monitoring it, it's been expanding, but we haven't seen it contract yet. And I think when it contracts and then expands again, that's when things like the Big Bang and shit like that, I think that's a pretty cool one. And it's not just constantly evolving into this infinite space, but it's actually within a confined space somehow. It's just kind of moving within it. I think that's pretty cool.
I love that. Should we talk baseball though?
Let's talk baseball.
Like 5 minutes. Should we start with a fun one? Let's start with a fun one, and then we can get deep. We're not going to be going for too long on this episode. First one, it's from Rotara42. Charlie Culberson and Dansby Swanson are really the same person.
Yeah, Waterloo and City Line, same guy. I don't go look at a picture of them right now. We're not clever enough at editing to overlay it. That's the same fucking dude.
So they both played for the Braves. For Swanson's now, of course, a Cub. Both played for the Braves for a while, and they were both infielders. And they're so alike that the Braves actually ran a bobblehead promotion back in 2019, and it was like half Dansby Swanson, half Charlie Culberson. And no word of a lie, the image of the bobblehead, I'll superimpose it. We can do a TikTok or some crap on this. That it's called a Swanson bobblehead.
Nice.
And it's just, honestly, you can't tell them apart. And they're wearing like different, like one's in the red jersey, one's in the white jersey. They could be the same man. They generally could be. Well, yeah, I think we're going to go Waterloo and City. I think this is...
That's top tier.
Yeah, they've just cloned one.
I like it a lot. One I've got is that more players are getting injured this year, or at least going on the IL, to prove their worth to their teams and to the rest of the league, that when they're not playing, the viewership goes down and attendance drops when players like Aaron Judge aren't on the field for as long as they should be. And it's all kind of a bit of a ploy to take into the collective bargaining agreement to show that the players deserve the more money, because when they're not playing, this is what happens to year figures. So I should be paid more because I'm clearly worth more.
I'm instantly thinking I've got that as Piccadilly.
I hear. Okay. Also, to clarify, everything in between, vibes.
Yeah,
I fuck with Piccadilly line on this one.
So the Piccadilly line, for those of you that don't know, it's like, it's the old reliable, right? It gets you to most places in London that you want to go to. It gets you to Heathrow Airport. Coming from I'm a North of London myself. It was always my local-ish line if I wanted to go to the Science or the History Museum. Just pop on the train, get to Cockfosters, all the way down you go, South Kensington. If you want to go to Heathrow Airport before this Elizabeth line rocks up out of nowhere, that was the way to do it. Sometimes I take it just for memory's sake. It stops
everywhere, but I think it goes southwest to northwest. It's a pretty direct line that goes through there. I like the Piccadilly line for this one here.
There's some validity behind it. We don't have the stats in front of us as to like X players injured, attendance dropped by this amount, but I think the players they're fighting a battle, right? And I don't know if they're going to win this. So any potential opportunity they can get, maybe it's working. Maybe also people think the Dodgers are probably going to three-peat. This year could be the year that I try and do some good in the world. But then I've not seen players like Bryce Harper that have come out as injured for any length of time, and they're really outspoken against the MLB. So there's always that little chance that you want to take the Elizabeth line instead. That's why the Piccadilly's your old faithful, but there's always an alternative,
Yeah. Would Bryce Harper in particular not be too obvious for a phantom IL stint because of how outspoken he is?
I think we're going into the world of deep fakes and beyond the realms of conspiracies. I think we're talking goes all the way to the top.
It does, all the way to Cockfosters.
It does. Great station. Great name for a station as well. Phenomenal. It's got the word cock in it, and it's like Frosties. So I always thought of it as like penis cornflakes. It's great. Yeah, or penis beer. Yeah. Multiple different ways you can go with it. But yeah, I think on the conspiracy itself, I I like it. I think it's a good one. It's a solid one.
Seems like they're all getting together and trying to figure out as best they can how to swing things in their favor a little bit, which I don't mind. What's your next favorite one?
I just think we need to go the opposite way. I think this is going to be an outrageous one. Someone posted Kirsch_37. The owners are not poor. And we go on. What's your initial reaction?
Who said they were poor? They own baseball teams.
Yeah, we've got Kirsch_37 saying the owners are not poor. I guess that's coming from the fact that, you know, they don't want to spend money. And then there's two ways you can go with this. In the real world, the owners, of course, are not poor. They own a fucking baseball team. Let's not beat around the bush. Yeah. But if we're coming at it from, you know, the owners are not poor enough to, you know, for the whole MLB players bargaining agreement, or in comparison to other owners, well, I've actually got some stats for you on this one. I looked at who the richest owners are, and the richest. Oh, this is not the worth of the club. This is the net worth of the individual owner or owners.
Can I guess the top three?
Yeah, go on. Guess the top three.
And I'm going to give you team names rather than guys.
Yeah,
names.
That's fine.
Is the guy that owns the New York Mets number one?
He is. Stevie Cohen has got a net worth of $22 billion, according to this website called The Raw.
Okay, right. Number two, there's one. It's like one of the Walmart family people. I think they're involved with one of the teams. I think. I can't remember which one it is, but is it one of them?
I don't. Well, you haven't given me a team name. So.
Shit. Right. Okay. I'm getting. Let's go Dodgers. Let's go Todd Bowley.
Yeah. Dodgers third place, $13.3 billion. Mark Walter is the name of the owner.
Mark Walter.
Number two surprises me, but then you think about it and it makes a bit more sense.
I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves.
No, the Braves owners are number. They're not on my list. They will be somewhere. Give me a second. They're number 17.
Oh, wow. Okay, fair enough.
I want you to think about, it's a big market. It's probably you can't get a bigger market than this team, technically.
Okay. So Texas is the biggest state, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
So is that what you're meaning by you can't get a bigger market?
You're on the right lines. What's bigger than the state of Texas?
Is it Toronto?
It's Toronto. They are number two. Rogers Communications have a net worth of $18.3 billion.
But that's not a guy. That's a communications company. They own the Blue Jays. I think they own the Maple Leafs, the Raptors, and somebody else as well.
I'm just going what's on the list.
I think they own all of the Toronto teams.
I mean, they probably do, because who else is going to be owning them? But yeah, that's
fair enough.
That's your top three. It's the Mets, the Blue Jays, and the Dodgers, and they're 22 billion, 18.3, 13.3. Then there's a massive drop off. So number 4 is the Lerner family with the Washington Nationals, 6.4 billion. But you go all the way down, and the bottom three in reverse order. The Cincinnati Reds owner, Bob Castellini, has a net worth of 0.4 billion. Bruce Sherman, the Marlins owner, 0.5, and Dick Mumford, great name, Colorado Rockies, 0.7. So they're worth less than $1 billion. And obviously, to me and you, that's still $700 million they're worth. But they're not all rich.
It's laughable. They shouldn't be allowed to own baseball teams if they're not worth at least $1 billion. That's disgusting.
Yeah. So we said this is Northern Line as a take? Because
well, the way we've set it out is how believable it is, and the owners are not poor. That's correct. So I guess it's Waterloo and City because it's
okay. But
conspiracy theory.
But let's take it as in comparison to everyone else that own MLB teams.
Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll go the other end of the spectrum. Then we'll go Northern Line. Sort your shit out. I don't want to go to Moorgate.
Yeah, or the Bank branch.
Or Bank branch. Who wants to change at Bank? Fuck that.
No one. Go on back. Go on. Give us another conspiracy.
Performance-enhancing drugs are still common, and the players would rather take the fine and the vague embarrassment because it's a little bit easier to hide now. The reason I think this is a little bit more believable is the Fernando Tatis Jr. suspension a couple of years ago, where he's using some cream. He was like, I didn't know there was steroids in it. All right. Okay.
Yeah, this is talking Victoria to me. Victoria line after the Queen.
It's elite line.
Yeah.
My favorite, I think.
This is the best. This is the quickest one that isn't the Elizabeth line. It's very clean. It gets you from North London to South London. Brixton up and coming place. Go straight through King's Cross, Highbury and Islington, Warren Street, Euston, Oxford Circus. You name it, you can go there. Just as long as it's on a straight line.
Vauxhall to Finsbury Park in about 15 minutes, which is fantastic.
Yeah, I've got no notes on the Victoria line. On the conspiracy, I agree. Like the whole, not many of them get caught. I feel like there's a lot of them doing it, and they just find ways around it. I don't know what those ways are, but Profile was caught recently, twice in 2 seasons, because he's obviously not very smart. Max Kepler was caught this year, and then before that, it was like Fernando Tatis. But you think back all the years ago, Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Mark Maguire, all of these guys that were just doing them for fun, and there's no way that's not completely left the game. As well as MLB want you to think it's not. I don't know to what level.
I think that the players are probably tested regularly, and they get however many warnings to be like, fix this, otherwise we're gonna have to make a bit of a show of it, because you can't keep getting caught doing it. But there's lots of ways around some of the Major League Baseball rules, it seems. Terrible guy, but good point that Trevor Bauer had a few years ago when there's a video of him with the baseball stuck to his hand, and he said, this is just sweat and rosin that's holding it here. Like, this is legal. And so I think there is probably quite a few ways that players can get a little bit of a competitive edge.
Sorry, that sounds like Spider-Man was on the fucking mound.
Yeah, well, kinda. Spider-Man was an infinitely better person than Trevor Bauer ever will be, but unfortunately fictional. So that's where that stops, I guess.
That could be another conspiracy theory I think is real. Have you seen Spider Noir? Nicolas Cage playing Spider-Man?
I've seen most of it. It's good. I liked it. It's good so far.
I've only watched a couple of episodes. It's believable. Nicolas Cage could be the next Spider-Man.
And are you watching that in black and white or in color?
Black and white. Come on.
Interesting. We've been alternating.
I've not seen the color. I'm watching it with Emily, and she was like, "I want to do black and white." I'm like, I watch a lot. I don't really watch much in black and white. Let's try it. I think it's good. I've not tried the color. I probably will do at some point. The next one you watch it in color, and then go back to black and white. Just so that you really appreciate how everything has been colored, so it looks even cooler in black and white as well. Okay. Anyway. What should we do? The Red Sox 2018 World Series should also have an asterisk due to them cheating as well. This was sent in by TJ.French5 using Instagram handles. I assume his name is TJ French. Obviously, he's referring to the Houston Astros World Series in 2019. I can't remember the year, with the whole bin lid smashing.
21, I think.
21, yeah. So he's saying the Red Sox 2018 World Series should be treated like the Houston Astros and have a little asterisk next to it.
I don't know enough about this claim to particularly talk about it. What did they? I haven't heard anyone say that they cheated before this particularly.
Apparently, so it's sign stealing. They were stealing signs using its video replay monitor. By stealing these signs, the players knew what pitches were coming and would make it easier to get on base. So they weren't smashing lids. They were using the video game replay to steal pitches' signs. I feel a bit bad for this guy. The story I'm reading, the blame was put on the replay room operator, JT Hawkins, who was then suspended without pay for the entire 2020 season. It's like, Yes, the video game operator in the replay room has off his own back gone, yeah, I'm just going to steal these signs and give them to the team because I'm helpful, as if like no one else wanted that.
Also, what a terrible year to go without pay. That's fucked. I don't know. This is somewhere in the middle for me. I think sure, fine, but it's not quite as bad as the Astros were. Sign stealing is not a part of the game, but like you see guys trying to sneak a peek over at second when they're on base pretty often.
It's part of the game that like there's nothing wrong with it if they're on base.
Yeah, if you're stealing it ethically, fine.
Yeah, I don't have an issue with like a player on second base peering over at the pitcher trying to see what pitch grip he's got. I don't have an issue with that. I think if you're on the field of play, you're fine. I just don't think you can do it from outside help. That's where it's wrong.
A little bit middle. All right, so what are we going? What's in the middle? This might be Jubilee line.
I would say Jubilee slightly above average, or it could be average. I don't know. I like the way the doors work on like if you ever gone to go to the O2, it's like an airport. You have the train doors, and then you have the doors on the platform as well. It's a bit weird.
Do you know why they're there?
I assume to stop rioting, but go on.
No, super sad reasons. Check it out in your own time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's to keep the tracks people free. Let's put it that way.
Okay. They should have that anyway. Whatever. Yeah, Jubilee. Yeah, like I said, we don't know much about this, but Alex Cora was involved in both teams, I believe.
Cheating bastard. All right, that's enough for me. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, did he? Oh, maybe not. Astros team. Oh no, the Astros cheated in 2017. Anyway, let's get to another conspiracy theory.
As well.
Pardon?
As well.
Potentially. What we got? Baseballs are 2 round.
I'd argue they're actually not that round. They've got the seams that stick up that stop it being a complete perfect circle.
Is there an issue with baseballs being 2 round though?
No.
Okay. So where would you put this on the so we don't think
this is the overground. It's not even in the conversation. This is something else.
Should we move on?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just reading the list here. Shohei Ohtani is AI.
Well, he's not. He's lots of things, but he is a real person somehow. I don't know. What's a bit shit?
District line. I think it's a good line. It just goes on for fucking ages.
Oh, you're wrong about that. The district line is a phenomenal line. Thank you for your service, district line. I can move around in it. It can be busy and you still have space. They're massive. It's like a whole apartment on the train lines.
Okay. All right, fine. We can disagree with me on that. But give me the Metropolitan line because it takes you to Wembley. And sometimes you get the fast trains that you can skip a load of shit stations in the middle. But if you're stuck on one of them slow ones, boy, oh boy, are you seeing all of Northwest London.
Yeah, they're not great. I don't like them. We'll go Metropolitan line. I'll give you that.
Wonderful. Everyone's going to be looking up going, what the fuck are these tube line names like?
Oh, all right, Americans, have a look at the tube map and try to figure that one out.
Follow the colours.
Have fun.
I've got a couple more fun ones. I've got a Cubs one from Party_Ryan, and he actually tagged the Cubs in this. The Cubs stay bad on purpose because they profit on hope, not trophies.
I think if the Cubs won a World Series, they'd sell a lot of T-shirts that said 2026 World Series champions. I don't think they'd sell as many. Yeah, but we won the division T-shirts. So I don't know how I feel about this one. I get what he means, but I think if the Cubs did win, they'd do quite well financially.
Are the Cubs the worst team for that? I'm just thinking out loud. I can think of a few more teams.
I mean, the Giants are still living pretty heavily off of 3 years between 2010 and 2014. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, the Mariners have never been to the World Series in existence.
That is profiting a lot on hope and absolutely zero on success. Yeah, the Mariners are the worst team for it.
Yeah, just trying to think who else. The Dodgers haven't won one in about 8 months.
That's true. The Yankees have won a lot, but like not in a lifetime that anyone watching has seen.
No, I think they're the historic good team, right? They're like the evil empire, and now it's switch coasts and a lot more money.
Hell yeah.
I think I've got. You got any more?
I got the other teams can financially compete with the Dodgers, but choose not to. I don't know who said it, but I had a quick look on his profile, and it mentioned that he was based in South California, which would kind of probably make him a Dodgers fan, and therefore wrong about this. We kind of spoke about owners' values and stuff, but like, that's a silly thing to say.
Yeah.
That's, oh fuck! You know what that is? That's the Uber boat service. That's bullshit. Who's getting the Uber boat to work?
Have you seen they now have Uber trains? Like you can pay Uber for the overground trains.
Shut the fuck up! Why?
They've marketed it as if like, oh yeah, you can share your train with other people. It's like, no, that's just a train.
Yeah, you know what this is? This is the DLR because it's first of all barely underground. Second of all, it's not even a person driving it. That's a roller coaster that you press go and then it happens.
See, I'm going to disagree with you here. I fucking love the DLR.
That's fine. We can. If I can have the district line, you can have the DLR.
The view from Stratford to Canary Wharf just comes up on you out of nowhere. It's magical.
There are a few where you like kind of go through buildings almost, and you're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And you kind of learn. It's like a monorail. It's not a tube line. It's a monorail.
Yeah, you can get to City Airport on it though. That's pretty cool.
Just like you're the only person I know that's ever been to London City Airport.
Yeah, and it took me 30 years to get there. So.
See, that's how frequent the trains are. It's fucked.
But anyway, I forgot the take. I was too busy caught up in the DLR. What was the Dodgers?
Other teams can compete financially. They choose not to.
Yeah,
silly.
Sorry, sponsorship with Uniqlo. They've got their own. You have the figures ahead. You have the figures ahead in front of you. I know, but they've got like the best like media deal or TV rights deal, whatever it is.
Yeah, so it's an exclusive local media rights deal worth $8.3 billion
a year.
I don't think it's a year. I think it's in total, but it's
it's still more than half the owners in. Well, it's more than 3 owners in MLB, including the Dodgers themselves.
Yeah. What I did find interesting, because I thought that it was a little bit more common, but because I was getting ready to have an argument where I was like, well, the Dodgers own their ground in their sports complex, which not all teams do. Only 2 teams own their ballparks outright. All other 28 teams, the local government owns the ballpark and the sports complex, and the teams lease it off them on long-term leaseholds. Do you know who those 2 teams that own their ballparks are?
I would guess, based on who the owners are, that the Toronto Blue Jays own their own stadium.
Interesting. And your second guess?
I don't think it's. I instantly think Pirates, but I know it's not the Pirates because I've read up on that. They actually got the government to pay for all of it. I think it's gonna be. I don't think Stevie Cohen's been around long enough to own Citi Field. Maybe I was going to say Yankees, but they move. I think anyone with a new stadium doesn't own it, just outright doesn't. So based on that, I'm going to say the Red Sox.
You're half right.
Wow.
The Red Sox and the San Francisco Giants are the only 2 teams that own their ballparks. Everyone else is owned by a local government, and it's leased over to them.
I'm shocked by that.
Yeah, it's interesting. Hey. But yeah, anyway, but back to the point, that's a silly conspiracy theory. No, not every team can compete with the Dodgers, they can oftentimes struggle to pay some of their own staff, let alone Shohei Ohtani's 16 trillion years worth of money.
Surely you just need to look at Dodgers shirt sales in Japan.
Yeah, dude. Fucking
With
Dodgers shirt sales in the UK is a big enough
Yeah.
indicator. They
That's
sell
more-
5 shirts a year, and that's more than anyone.
That's more than the attendance they get at fucking Coors Field. No, sorry, not Coors Field. They do quite well. Somewhere like Cincinnati. No one ever goes to a Cincinnati game.
Who the fuck's at a fucking Twins game?
Not me. I'd love to though. It looks like a good time. Bit cold though.
A little chilly, but in the summer, anyway.
Fantastic. I've got one more, bit of an older one.
Okay.
Chase Utley got paid big money to take out Ruben Tejada with that slide. If you don't know the slide we're talking about, it's probably the dirtiest slide I've ever seen. Chase Utley slides into second base as Tejada. Chase Utley is the base runner. Ruben Tejada gets the ball, taps on the bag to get Utley out, and he just slides and breaks his leg. And Tejada is never the same again. It's this is why Phillies fans get really defensive over their own team, because their players do shit like this. What do you reckon?
Yeah, this is like Roy Keane on Alfie Haaland kind of shit that happened.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, I like the take that he got money to do it, because I'd like to think that in any other normal circumstances he wouldn't. So what's a line I like? I like the district line. Is the thing, but I know you don't, so we got to find another one that we both like.
I think we're out of lines.
We've kind of used a lot of them.
There's only about 11.
Can we use the Elizabeth line for this one?
We can use the Elizabeth line. It counts.
Hell yeah! All right, this one's the Elizabeth line. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
like
efficient, air conditioned,
big. Every platform feels like an airport.
Yeah, which is really fun when you go to Heathrow Airport on that line. It's like, I'm already here, and then you got to go on a 40-minute train journey.
And you're like, oh no, that was Ealing Broadway, actually. Why are the ceilings so high? How far down are we? How did we put these here?
It's when you get to like Hayes and Harlington, and it's like, what the fuck is Hayes and Harlington? This is a made-up football team.
So I live not too far away from Twyford, which is one stop before Reading, at the end of the Lizzie line. And you get into like Liverpool Street or like Paddington, Tottenham Court Road, whatever, in like 45 minutes to an hour, dude. It's phenomenal. We should have Georgie on to talk about the tube lines some more, I think, because he's done work with like planning out where they put the tunnels and shit. I think that would be cool.
So what you want to do?
For everyone, but
a Brit does planning permission.
Yeah. When we get to week 73 of the lockout, we'll get onto the structural integrity of the district line.
I'm out of baseball conspiracy theories.
Me too, but I did have a couple of non-baseball but still sports-related conspiracy theories.
It's like start bench cut all over again. Let's go.
Hell yeah! All right, so you've got a start one, you've got a cut one.
Yep.
The first one. Taylor Swift has married Travis Kelce only as part of a cross-marketing deal between her own brand and the NFL.
Side note, how long do you reckon they wait till they get divorced?
I don't know. I think they'll prove a point. I think they'll separate if they do, and they'll stay married for the kids or whatever. I don't know.
You think they're having kids?
There's too much. Think of how much money she could make if she started advertising more kids stuff. She brought out a maternity range, and then she wrote another album about the joys of children and stuff. There's too much money in them having kids together to not. Anyway, they might love each other as well. That is a possibility that we probably should consider. Is maybe they are real people and have feelings for each other, which is a valid point too.
This is going to sound horrible, but I'm going to go close to the mic. I am suspicious.
I saw her blink sideways once, man, I swear. The other one is that in the NBA draft in 1985, the New York Knicks owner at the time, of who I can't remember, froze their envelope so that they would insure the draft pick to draft Patrick Ewing, who went on to be one of the greatest players of all time, so that when the guy put his hand in for the lottery, could feel the cold envelope, knew it was the Knicks, and then could pull it out, because they weren't doing super well at the time, but they were still a huge market, and they needed the number one overall, so they froze their envelope.
Okay, so in order, that's a great way to do it. And I don't know the NBA enough to know how dodgy it is.
Well, you're fixing the draft, which is pretty dodgy.
Yeah, but have they got a history of doing it, or is this just a one-off? What's the...
No, one-off.
Okay, well, in order, so Kelsey and Taylor Swift. I'm very suspicious. So, but I'll give them a bit of credit because they are human beings. I'm going to go Victoria line for that. It's not Waterloo and City, but it's
up there.
It could be delayed. The train could be delayed.
Okay.
And then for me personally, I don't have enough way of getting back home from some places if I don't have the Vicky line.
Then you're stuck.
I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I've got to go Liverpool Street. I hate it. Then I've got to take the Central line.
You got to do that little 7-minute walk from Liverpool Street to the fucking next one that I can never remember the name of, and it's bullshit.
Yeah. Victoria line for that one. And then the NBA draft. I'm going to go down the middle on that one. I don't know. For me, the district line would be down the middle. No, there is one we haven't used, Hammersmith and City, which is essentially the circle line, but it doesn't go in a full circle. It's like a snake. It goes around the circle line and back out the other way.
Yeah, all right. Give it Hammersmith and City.
What about you?
It feels very 1985 New York sports market to freeze the envelope to ensure that you're getting the right one, so that you can argue that you didn't fix it because, well, feel it. There's no way you can prove it. But it feels likely. I don't know. There's something very 1980s shifty businessman about it in a way.
That could also be 2026 shifty businessman.
It could. I think this might be why they've stopped using physical envelopes and now they use kind of computer programs to spin wheels and things. I don't think Taylor Swift has I don't think Taylor Swift's marketing team contacted the NFL and said, "Who can you give me to boost sales?" And they gave her Travis Kelce. I don't think that's happened.
Maybe they did, and they looked over, and Jason Kelce was there shotgunning beers in a Rey Mysterio mask, and they were like, "What's the next best thing? Oh, we'll take the brother.
We'll take his taller, slightly more handsome brother, who's infinitely less fun, and don't watch old interviews with him when he was dating some other people. His vocabulary was different to how it is now. Let's put it that way."
Yeah, okay, I'll take your advice on that. Thank you, Cal, for a fun episode. I think conspiracy theory. It was just an idea that came out the head when we were like, you know what? Let's get all of our fans to do most of the work for us. And this is also because we've had the All-Star break, and we figured this would be a fun mid-season one. I should say we've passed over 15,000 followers now on Instagram, so we yay to us.
15.4.
Yeah. Almost 15.5. We're not far off.
That's crazy. And every single one of them, if the comments would be to believed, hates us. So thank you guys for that.
We got a comment the other day saying you guys don't know ball, and yeah, that's pretty standard. We don't know ball. We don't claim to.
I don't.
We don't even know why you listen to us, to be honest. Like,
we're grateful though. Thank you.
We are grateful. Yeah, please keep listening to us. That's not to say don't listen to us, because we appreciate the support. We appreciate the time you give up to listen to us chat shit. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone. I'm Gaz. Cal's Cal. The Earth is not flat.
Harry Ford is playing this weekend today.
Potentially. Good luck, Harry Ford. He's not going to listen to this, but
he's not. But I would like to watch the highlights at least.
Maybe we can do a watch along for his debut. Maybe I'll just do it by myself.
Just have to figure out when it is happening.
Yeah, anyway, Cal's Cal, Gaz is Gaz. Earth is not flat. Kelsey is not with Taylor Swift for anything but money or love. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Jet fuel, melt steel beams. Good